U.S. forces turning Iran's own drone playbook against them, deploying Iranian-inspired kamikaze drones for the first time in combat. It was all part of rare daytime strike taking down senior leaders in Tehran, including its supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei. Fox News senior strategic analyst, retired four-star General Jack Keane, joins us now. General, thank you for joining us. We've seen the videos from CENTCOM of this, the first 24 hours. It was a bold target package in what appears to be flawless execution. Walk me through what we've witnessed and where we're headed.
Yeah, certainly. Well, let's start offensively. Over 2,000 airstrikes were conducted in the last 24 hours. That's really quite remarkable. This combination of the IDF and Central Command's capabilities. And certainly we've seen some of the effects of that. A lot, obviously, we can't see, but the leadership targets themselves has been nothing short of remarkable. And Ali Larijani, who is the Secretary to the Supreme National Security Council, think of our National Security Council. That's the position he holds. You know, that's a dual position in the United States, National Security Advisor and Director of National Security Council. Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, holds that position now. He was the heir apparent. He is in charge, according to the Israelis. And certainly he is going to be targeted for sure. And as are other leadership targets still that have not been touched. But the primary focus over the next 48 hours, as it was during the first 24 hours, are Iran's retaliation capability. We are hitting their ballistic missiles and certainly their drone storage sites and writ large. That will, in the next 48 hours, we'll likely touch 60-70% of that capability. So we will see every single day less Iranian capability for retaliation for all the obvious reasons. We want to minimize as much as possible casualties to the Israeli civilian population and military bases, and certainly the same thing in terms of our U.S. bases in the region and our allies and partners bases in the Gulf states. So that's going to receive a tremendous focus, and this was the plan from the beginning, to go conduct massive strikes against their retaliation capability, knowing even though overall Iran is in a weakened state, the thing that they worked on so earnestly after the 12-day war that ended in June was their ballistic missile capability and increase in drones. And that is receiving a primary focus here over the next 48 hours, And also they're stripping away these attacks you see taking place in Iran. We said at the outset that we fully intend to strip away the capability that Iran has to sustain this regime. It starts with leadership, but is much more comprehensive than that. This is the IRGC. This is the Basil militia. This is the police infrastructure. And it's not just buildings. It's the entire communication infrastructure. It's their command and control capability. That will be systematically and deliberately stripped away to include their defense industrial base. If there's a factory out there that helps build ballistic missiles or drones, believe me, it's on the target list. They're going to take all of that away. So at the end of the day, Iran does not have a capability to recover its ballistic missile program. We intend to destroy that capability and also to destroy their drone capabilities. Offensive operations are in the early stages here. Defensive operations, it's obvious that Iran has not been able to generate the offensive capability that was expected here. And why is that? If you decapitate leadership, if you destroy command and control, if you conduct significant cyber attacks on the command and control capability, that is a major disruption in terms of its effects offensively, and the primary targeting on ballistic missiles and drones from the outset. Nonetheless, they have expanded into the Gulf states, and you can see that taking place. The Gulf states are adequately defending themselves. Three of them are preparing for combat offensive operations. One has already started, and two others are about to get going. I'm I'm not going to talk about who they are, but that is being coordinated with Admiral Cooper and Central Command. These will be coordinated, selected targets, and they will contribute to the offensive nature of what's taken place. The IDF, Central Command, and the Gulf states. Listen, this backfired on the Iranians. They thought that this would create an international uproar. The war is being expanded. It's now a regional war. And as such, pressure being put on the United States and Israelis to bring this to a halt. The Gulf states are responding. They're adequately defending themselves. A lot of that ability to defend themselves comes from U.S. defense measures, by the way, that they have purchased from us in military deals. But they are frustrated with the Iranians. They publicly were supporting the Iranians and resisting this strike. Privately, they were supporting the U.S. and the IDF. I think we should knock that nonsense off once and for all. You're with us publicly and privately. And hopefully they've learned a big lesson here from the Iranians. None of that worked with the Iranians. So, yes, we've got a coordinated response here that's taken place that will add to the effectiveness of our operations. We do have air superiority. That means we have freedom of the skies, and we can go where we want to go. There were attacks in 17 different provinces in the first 24 hours. Quite significant in those 2,000 or so sorties that were conducted.
Well, in general, I think you may be making some news there. To have our Gulf state allies getting into this fight actively will be quite something to watch, and we're only 24 hours in. General Jack Keane, thank you for your time, sir, and your great insight.
Yeah, great talking to you all.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.